Joining us now is Jonathan Tobin, editor-in-chief of the Jewish News Syndicate. Jonathan, thank you so much for joining us. Now, the security preparation at Michigan's Temple Israel is being credited with saving lives. They had the plans in place to deal with this across the country. Do you think we're going to start to see a more aggressive security posture?
Well, you're right that they had a system in place at that synagogue, but the truth is, I don't know of a synagogue in America that doesn't have security guards, that doesn't have strict procedures about who can come in and out. That isn't the case, unfortunately. Fortunately for most houses of worship in this country, that isn't, the norm. It is for the last several years at synagogues. So, do we need to ramp it up? Absolutely. I think targets need to be hardened. But I think the problem here isn't just, let's get more security. I think there are other things we need to do, including much more self-defense training, which I think goes against the grain for many people who just think that this is something that can be taken care of for them. And I think this is also will involve, sort of an aggressive program of exercising Second Amendment rights. But the main issue is what's behind this. Why is this happening? Who's inciting it? And, why are so many people, quite frankly, in American society complacent about it and enabling it?
When you highlight that, do you think lawmakers could be doing more to protect the Jewish community?
Well, there are things that can be done. I think to the extent that the Department of Homeland Security is helping to increase security at places which are, in the crosshairs of hate crimes. But, I don't really think this is a matter of legislation. This is a matter of our culture, of what the mainstream media allows, what we call the Overton window of acceptable discourse, and how it has shifted in the last decade, and a general culture, a cultural atmosphere in which it's no longer unacceptable in polite society to express hatred for Jews, contempt for Jewish rights. And if you think that doesn't lead to violence, well, look at what's been happening.
Jonathan Tobin, we have to leave it there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.